So I came out and I was looking around in the yard and doing some cleaning up, and I'm noticing that the bananas are growing up again and all the fun stuff, and even areas that I thought that was it for them, right? Here we go. I have some little tiny little bananas coming up, right? So I'm very grateful and thankful because at first I didn't think anything was gonna happen for a while, but then I saw this weird looking plant right here. I was like, that looked like beans. And funny enough, so I come over and I look, it was trampled in the ground because of course I'm walking back and forth, never really paid attention to it, right? And see, I didn't even plant it. And look, it's a bean. I saw, all I saw was, it was like this on the ground, like this. And I said, that looked like a bean plant. And I came over and looked, and sure enough, it's a bean, right? A green bean. And so I picked it up and I kind of put it over here because I trampled over it. I know I did because I just walked back and forth because I don't plant anything in the ground like this without putting something around it. And so it goes to show you that God have a way of providing for us even when we least expect it. Who would have thought something that was in the ground that is getting trampled on survived, and survived enough to even bear a fruit? So sometimes, in life we feel like we're getting trampled and like we just want to give up. Look at this bean plant. I hope this will be an example of, don't give up. Look at that. I mean, the poor thing. I never think oh God. I felt so horrible when I saw it on the ground. I was like, oh my God. So I picked it up and put this little thing, hoping that it will still survive. I don't want to dig it up because I didn't plant it. So I want to leave it exactly where it is. So sometimes we don't have to plant stuff. God always provides, right? And I have another example of something. So check this out. Here's my other example. Now, this tree, I obviously did not plant it. As you can see, it's through the fence. It's in coming from my neighbor's yard. And I remember the very first time when I saw it coming through, I broke the thing down, chop it down, and push it back through the fence. And somehow it just regrew, poked its head through, and I was like, you know what, let me leave it alone. And it started growing. Look how nice and strong that tree is, right? And I never planted it. So someone said that you had to plant stuff in order to reap and to get it. And no, I didn't plant this. This was somebody else's, and here it is. And guess what kind of tree it is? As you can see how tall it is. It's a papaya tree. So not only did it make its way into my yard, it's also producing. So I'm getting papayas from a tree that I didn't even plant, came straight from my neighbor's yard. And so again, I'm looking at it like, man, God, you're so amazing. So sometimes we think we don't want a thing, because I tried to destroy this plant, but it was so persistent that it grew back. And not only did it grow back, but it showed me that, look, boom, I'm producing. So I just left it alone. I didn't even think it was going to come out to nothing, coming through the fence looking like it's being choked off and whatever. But look at it. And when I saw the blossoms, I'm like, they're probably not going to make it. But again, I was proven wrong. And so several of them on there, right? And they're still blossoming. So, for this, we give God thanks. And look at this too. Look at these potatoes. I tossed it down. I was getting rid of it. Actually, I was putting it down to use it as mulch and fertilizer for the ground, because I said I throw them down and then I'll just come and put fresh dirt on it and and plant some stuff that I want. But instead, I'm getting potatoes. And so I had covered it up with some banana leaves. And the other day when I was coming to clean up the yard and I pull up the banana trash off of it, here we go. This is what I see come out, right? So I said I have to come back. Even this one, it's just the skin of the potato and it's growing. So I guess being that I see that it's producing on its own, I'm not gonna utilize this area to plant something else. I'm just gonna let it keep on flourishing, and I'm just gonna pour some dirt on it. And I can't wait to get some nice potatoes from it. I got a nice big harvest one time, well, a couple of times, well, really. So I'm hoping that it will be the same with this one. So I'm gonna pour some dirt on it and It's flourishing on its own, but you know, of course, it's going to need dirt because you see the root right there is exposed. If it's not covered, eventually, it's the heat and everything, it's gonna die off. So I want to make sure I protect it. So again, this one I actually threw down, not thinking it would catch, but boom, look at this. I'm gonna get potatoes anyway, so I'm very grateful for it. And I guess this is it for my garden moment. Oh my god, I have so much work to do out here. It's a lot of work being out here, but I find peace and serenity out here, and I do learn a lot from being out here. So anyway, that's my garden moment. Toodles.